Hello, hi, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jeep Ng. Today, I have something very interesting to share with all of you. Right, as you already read from the newspaper, private property new home sales actually went up by 19% in November. Right, and we are still in the mid of this COVID-19 pandemics, right? The economy, everybody are like, not having a very, very positive sentiment. But even though, right, Singapore property market has performed very, very well, right, in all segments from resale, landed, resale HDB, resale condo, to all the brand new launches, we have seen the number of transaction has actually went up by a lot. And we have seen more and more buyers are coming in to buy private property, especially. Right. So are you all ready to come into the market or you are still waiting? Right. So today my sharing I think will be very, very beneficial to all of you, right? Because I'm going to use a 5-point checks to help you guys understand which are actually a new, brand new launch, which is more valuable or having a better chance for you to enter, right? So this 5-point checks is based on my own experience. I derive out, right? So this will be a segment that I have created especially for all of you who are still hesitating or still don't know which project to buy, right? I'm sure this sharing will be very, very beneficial to you. And remember to stay until the end of the sharing because I have something more important to share with all of you, the message to put across to all of you when you are entering into the market right now, right? So the thing that you have to look out for and avoid to fall into the trap, right? So without further ado, I'm going to start my sharing and allow a bit of time for me to share my slides. Right, good. Okay, I am here. Right, everybody, are you ready? If you are, sit back and relax. Right, so this will be the title. I call this 5-point checks for property investment. Right, I'm going to give you some example along the way so that you are able, right, to have a better understanding by when I come out one point, I will give you some examples of how I apply this point into the project that you are looking at. All right. So this is something, I think it will add value to all of you. Right. So sit back, relax, and I'm going to start my sharing now. Right. Okay. So a bit about myself. Okay, my name is Jeep Ng. I'm a senior group district director with PropNext. I have more than 20 years of experiences helping buyers and sellers fulfilling their real estate dreams. Right, I'm also leading a team of associates in PropNext Realty. Right, I'm also a PropNext appointed trainer in landed property and project marketing. Right, I'm also a consumer seminar speaker. Right, so these are some of the pictures and the posters taken during my previous consumer seminars. Right, so thank you, PropNext, for giving me the opportunity, for giving me the platform to share with all of you. Right, so a little bit of disclaimer. Of course, my sharing are mainly for education purpose, for reference only. So don't. I have no intention to actually advise you into any kind of investment. Right. So this is purely for sharing, and I hope you don't take any video recording, that kind of thing as well. Right. So, okay, without further ado, yeah, I'm going to start my sharing now. The 5 points that I have put across, I have put together for all of you is actually very, very simple. Look simple on wordings. Yeah, but how to apply them is actually the difficult parts, right? So today I'm going to share with you these 5 points. If you are able to understand them correctly, apply them correctly, I'm sure it will help you to pick up a good property if you are hesitating of don't know which one to buy, right? Location is the number one thing that I'm going to share with you because all these 5 points are the very 5 important factors that will affect your property investment return. in the future, right? Location, supply and demand, rentability, transformation, right? Followed by entry price. Okay, so once you understand these 5 points, I'm very, very confident that you are able to pick up a right property if you follow these five points closely, right? So the first thing that I'm going to share with you is location. Yeah, but how to define a location a, is good for investment or for own stay, right? But before we go into anything deeper, all right, I need to share with you, in Singapore we have this three region, right? CCR stand for core central region, RCR stand for rest of core central region, and followed by OCR, outside core central regions, right? So CCR meaning that this orange color, right? You are at the city center, right? That's why it's called CCR. Of course, CCR includes Sentosa and Marina area as well, right? So outside this core central region will be the gray color, and these are representing the rest of core central region, meaning you are very close to the city center, yeah, but you are not at the city center, right? So you are reclassified them under RCR, and the rest of the outskirt area, which is representing by the white color map here, is called OCR, outside core central region, meaning they are actually further away from the city center, right? So you can see from here, every region, for example, CCR, it cut through many districts, right? It is not only consists of one district, you have actually different districts that form the whole CCR. Likewise for RCR, also many districts, it cut through many districts to form the boundary of RCR, and followed by OCR as well, right? So this is something that you have to understand. And for example, I put out a RCR region. And RCR region are made up of district 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 12, 13, 14, 15, 20, and 21. Right? So as you can see from here, even though you are in the same district, different, if you are in the same region of RCR, but different district will perform differently when it comes to property price, right? And even though you are in the same district, for example, of district 3, right? Alexandra might be performing different from Tiong Bahru or Queenstown, right? Example, District 5, Mona Vista, Dover, Pasir Panjang, West Coast. So I'm very sure West Coast, definitely the price will be cheaper as compared to Mona Vista, even though they are all classified under RCR, right? So RCR, if you are able to buy something that is as close to the CCR region as possible, then meaning your distance to the city center is actually much closer, right? Your value of the property, the cost of the land, definitely will be higher as compared to those further away, right? So this is what I'm trying to say here, right? So by understanding the different region in Singapore, then we are able to understand location, what it contributed to a good location, right? So I'm going to actually put out this hot topic right now. This project is actually in the radar of many of the Singaporeans and foreigners as well, right? This project mainly consists of the biggest plot of land, en bloc land. It was actually a piece of en bloc, the biggest en bloc ever in Singapore, right? And right now the whole plot size is about 680 or more than 680,000. It's really a very, very impressive plot of land for condominium projects. And right, you can see all these are natural reserve, natural parks, right? So this project sit right just beside a natural park, right? It's something like a continuity from the park, and it's actually elevated as well. The whole piece of land is elevated as reference from the highway here. This plot of land is really an elevated land, meaning you are much higher as compared to the ground level, the root level here, right? So very unique, and you don't see a lot of building, especially residential buildings surrounding it. So this is a piece of really very unique plot of land, and it's huge, right? So it is going to developer is going to put in 1,862 units on this plot of land. All right, so this is the top of the town now. So that's the reason why I'm pulling out this project to use as a case study, right, for our sharing today. All right, and this location is called Greater One North, right? So this is in One North in Science Park area, and the whole area here consists of more than 600 acres of land, and it has created more than 120,000 jobs, right? And this whole area accounting to 5% of Singapore's employments, right? So this is something very important, especially for property investor, right? It's something that we really want to look out for. If you have a property right smack in the middle of this kind of location, definitely your risk level will be actually dropped down to the minimum, because, right, you will not have worried of getting a tenant for your particular investment units in this particular location. Right. So this location is actually very close to the city center. For example, you are only 3 minutes drive to Fusion Polis, which is just right opposite this particular project. You are only 8 minutes drive to Tanjong Pagar area, right? 9 minutes drive to the Jurong second CBD, right? The high-speed rail, and you are only 10 minutes drive away from Orchard Road. So can you imagine how centralized, how convenient this particular project located or not? Right. Okay, this is another map showing this project. Yes, you are right. This project is called Normanton Park. Right, Normanton Park is the, I think, top of the town now. I think will be one of the biggest project launching in 2021 January. Right, a lot of people are watching it, and you can see from this map is actually rest beside Cambridge Park, right? And you are at the Science Park. Opposite are the One North area, Fusion Polis, Media Polis, right, and the Metropolis. Of this area is over here, Alexandra is over here, and you are overlooking at the Greater Southern Waterfront, which is the future transformation. Right, so this is Normanton Park, and look at the plot of land. It's really huge, right? So there are many advantages of going for big plot of development that I'm going to share with you, but there are also traps if you are going for big plot of land, right? So I will touch a little bit on that as well, right? So sit back, relax, remember to watch all the way to the finish of my sharing, right? Okay, so Normanton Park is here, and you are actually elevated above or beside the AYE, right? Ayer Rajah Expressway, and you are abutting the Cambridge Park, right? And opposite here is the One North, and we have the Science Park and NUH building, NUS are all around the corner, right? And yeah, this is what I mean. District 5, we are all in District 5 right now. Mona Vista, Dover, Pasir Panjang, and West Coast. So compare Mona Vista to West Coast, definitely the distance for Mona Vista to reach all the convenient attractions, the convenient locations is much nearer as compared, for example, West Coast. But both of them are all classified under RCR. So not every district in, even though you are in the same region, are able to perform equally, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. And Normanton Park is at Mona Vista. Definitely you are at the city fringe. You are very close to the CCR area, right? So later we are going to analyze a little bit on the pricing, right? Because that is actually one very important factors for investor or homeowner, right, to get a right property. Okay, so a very central location, as what I mentioned, 5 to 10 minutes to an abundance of amenities and business centers. right? This is Normanton Park location, right? So from here, I think you roughly understand this is a good location. It's not a bad location. And when it comes to property, bull run, this kind of location, because of having a high demand due to the many amenities, many business centers, business parks, right, commercial hubs and so on, right, and education hubs. This area will have a demand when the property market start to run, start to pick up. And by owning a property right here in this type of location, you are definitely much safer. I will say much safer. You are having a lower risk as compared to having something that is far away from the city, right? Especially if you have a huge disparity in terms of pricing compared to your unit and the city center units, then definitely you stand a very good chance to have a good exit in the future, right? So that's what I'm trying to say. And after finishing the location, we're going to analyze how about the supply and demand in these particular areas, right? So supply and demand is one of the most important factors, right, that will actually determine your investment can be a successful investment, positive return, or you are having a very stagnant investment, right? So look at the supply demand here. This is something that you guys, I hope when you're looking for property, you have to do an analysis on yourself, right? So for me, whatever, when the demand falls, supply rises, the price will fall, right? So a lot of supply in the area, and that there isn't any demand, your property price will drop, right? But when there's a strong demand in the area and you don't have a lot of supplies, there's something whereby you will get a fast capital appreciation, right? When the economy are back to normal, right? So demand and supply. So we are going to analyze whether is there a demand in this particular area, or is, and how about the supply in this particular area. I think these are the two factors that we are going to analyze the next points, right? So 98% sold in one day, right, for the Link at Beauty World. This is a freehold project, and I was the chief in charge for this project as well, right? And we really managed to sell 96% in our first day of launch, and within a week we clear 100%. And this is something amazing, right? It never happened for many years, right? And it really made me very proud about being the chief IC for this particular project. The selling price is not cheaper than the surrounding property, right? Because we are going for about 2001, 2002, and this is actually one of the highest per square foot selling price in this particular Beauty World area. But we still managed to get it 100% sold within a week, right? So it just proved that the market is really, the demand for property, for good property, I would say, right, is really very strong. People are still having good spending powers. The Singaporean have a lot of savings still, right? And they are at the border, at the line, waiting to pick up a good property, right? So this particular launch really give a lot of confidence to the market, and especially when we are in this kind of pandemics. I'm sure the Link at Beauty World performance really is a good injection in terms of confidence level for Singaporean in the near futures, right? Another project, Clever, that we have just did the launch 1 week ago, right? Managed to sell 640 units. I mean, managed to sell 400 over units, which is about 70%, right? Out of the total of 640 units. And the selling price is at the average of 1640 per square foot. 1640 per square foot, right? So this is something that you have to take note, because Cleveland is in Clementi area. It's also in the District 5 along the west coast belt, right? From West Coast, Clementi, all the way to Pasir Panjang, and this Normanton Park is actually within this belt, right? The southern part of Singapore, right? And this UOL project, Cleveland, sold about 70%, and the price is 1640, and people are still rushing in to grab, especially the 1 and 2 bedrooms was taken up very, very fast. Yeah, so meaning people are very confident in the market, especially in Singapore, right? Okay, and to understand supply, we have to understand this particular chart as well, right? Because we have a total of 26,000 over units still remain unsold and already came down from 29,000 plus it used to be, right? So right now it's only about 26,000 as of third quarter 2020, right? And of if this unit every year, if we sell 6,000 over units, we are able to clear in 4 years, right? So there's something that you have to take note. The supply, we don't have a lot, and definitely the market is going to absorb all this supply, right? I will tell you what is the reason later on, right? And you can see the new home sales start to be very, very healthy. This is as of October 2020, right? So if you put in the recent launches, I'm sure this year we have actually already surpassed the last year and the 2018 figures, right? And remember, this year's we are in a COVID-19 situation, right? The lockdown situation, yet we are able to achieve this kind of numbers. There's something really very amazing, and the market is able to hold until so strong, right? And it's mainly the credit have to go to our Singapore government, who come out a lot of cooling measures, right? Especially the TDS implemented in 2013. That's really a very good points to allow people not to overstretch, right? They buy within their means, and everybody are able to hold on to the property very well, even though we are in the COVID situations. Yeah, so that's one of the main reasons why Singapore property market are not is able to perform so well, and we don't see a crash, even though during this worldwide situation right now. Yeah, so this is something happening, and a lot of confidence coming in. As you can see from the previous two launches of Cravon and the Link at Beauty World, we really see huge number of buyers are rushing in to buy, right? Everybody are having confidence, especially we are entering into phase 3 of our COVID-19 situations, and vaccines is actually coming out very soon, right? Things will be able to back to normal maybe very soon next year, right? So this is something that buyer has experienced. And if you look at the past history of our Singapore property market index, whenever after a crisis, right, we will experience a V-shaped recovery. That's something scary, right? So if we don't buy now, when is actually a good time to buy, right? So this is also one reason why people are coming to buy right now, right? So in case if you are still standing at the line and don't know how to react, because you don't know which is a good project to pick up, I hope after this sharing, you have some idea of knowing how to use these 5 points to make some analysis and to pick up a right project to buy, right? Government land sales today has actually came down. 2020 confirmed only 3,000 over units of GLS, right? This will affect the supply moving forwards, and en bloc numbers already came down a lot, right? This again will actually affect the supply moving forwards, right? Meaning we will not have a lot of supply to build new condo after we digest off all the 26,000 units, correct? Yeah, so supply, demand. When demand drop, when supply drop, demand increase, the property price will run, right? Remember this point is very, very important. So are we in this low supply situation right now? Or do you foresee we will have low supply situation in the next 1 or 2 years? If you foresee that, meaning the price definitely will go up, right? So how to whether determine are we in the low supply situation? Then This is something will give you a good hint, right? This is from the Straits Times, and recently the two plot of land under GLS, one for executive condo in Yishun, the other one will be for private condo in Tanah Merah area, right? I want you to look at the bid price. This something I think really tell it can tell a lot of things. $930 per square foot per plot ratio, right? And this is not in the town area, ladies and gentlemen. This is in District 14, District 16, Tanah Merah. It's further away from Bedok town, right? And developer willing to pay $930 for a land cost, right? And this is the highest number of bids since the Holland Road commercial site pushed out in 2018. It means in the last 2 years, this plot of land attracted the most developer to come in to bid, right? So there's actually some signals that we can learn from here. What are they? Meaning, developers are hungry for land. The supply of raw land is getting lesser. The land bank from developer is getting very, very low, right? So everybody are hungry for land. That's the reason why, even though in this kind of situation, people rush in, 15 bidders, right, come in to bid for this plot of land, and that pushes the price to $930, and it's actually bidded by MCC land, right? And this is in OCR area. It's not in even rest. It's not in even in RCR. OCR meaning it's outside core central regions, right? And in the future, this developer MCC need to launch the price here to be around 1,007 to 1,008. Oh my goodness, OCR is going to sell 1,007 to 1,008 in the next 1 year, and it's OCR. So today, if you have a chance to buy in RCR and you are paying lesser than what a OCR people is expected to pay 1 year later, do you see some opportunity here or not? I leave it to you, right? And 15 bidders, close bid by the second. You see the second developer bid 238 million, right? So it's so close. So it's another sign to tell you, developer, they are hungry for land, right? So guys, land bank are getting very little because GLS government don't push out a lot of land sales, right, this year, and we don't see en bloc active in this year as well. But the new launches, the new property are selling, and some of them are selling very fast. The supply will be getting lesser, right? The supply will actually come down, will drop down, right? But if the demand continue to be so strong, that is where the time the property price will be being pushed out by these supply and demand factors, right? So something important. And since we are at the Bedok, the Tanah Merah land bid, I go and pull out the old prices in this particular area. For example, 2012, in the same location near Tanah Merah MRT station, this project is called Echo, right? Far East only pay $534 per square foot for the land, right? But when it comes to 2016, on Grandeur Park, 2016, the land cost has gone up to $760 per square foot. $760 per square foot. That's really a huge jump in this 4 years. And the other one, which is in the Great, which is also around there, in 2017, 1 year later, paid for $791 for the land cost, as you can see from here. All right. So what does this tell us? Right, you can see Echo 2012, we are talking about 534, Grandeur Park 760, 2017, the grades become $791 per square foot. When come to 2020, which is the latest tender price, MCC bid for $930 per square foot. So within the 8 years time span, the land cost has gone up by $396 per square foot. Ladies and gentlemen, can we wait? Can we wait and expect the price of a condo, especially a new condo, to come down? this is a very good example. Land costs are getting very expensive, and it will continue to get more expensive, especially right now developer, they don't have enough land bank. So whenever there's a GLS site pushing out from government, released out from government, I'm sure a lot of developers will coming in to bid, and if more people are bidding, your tender price eventually will be getting higher, right? So can we afford to continue to wait? Or if you can afford a unit now, why we don't take action, right? If we don't take action, eventually one conclusion, we have to buy much more expensive for a new launch, right? Something already proven, and you can see the land cost keep going up and up, right? So this is supply and demand. And why is there a demand for land? Like what I already explained to you, because developer land banks are getting very low, right? And we don't have a lot of GLS. This year itself, 3,000 plus units, right? And definitely everybody have this thing, fears of missing out elements. So everybody will come in to bid for the land, right? Lack of supply, the price going to go up, right? Unsold supply is dropping, and developer is confident of the market healthy sales during the COVID-19, right? We are performing very well. I'm referring to the Singapore property market. You can see the index is actually still very, very healthy, right? Because of all this, right? Land costs will continue to go up, right? Developer will continue to rush in to bid for the land, right? So, guys, I hope you see something here, right? So, if you have a mind of like waiting for property price to drop again, I think we really have to think twice, right? And Mont Vista and One North area, right? Demand and supply. So if I'm talking using Normanton Park, just now I show you the whole overall Singapore property, the supply and demand in terms of the land, right? Right now, the local area of Normanton Park, this is something that very interesting. In this area, we only have 4 particular condos, and they are quite old, right? From 1997, 2000, 2009, and 2011. So these are the only 4 condominium in this particular One North area, right? So the supply of old condo is not very high. We are having something like an undersupply situation, even though in the secondary market, right? So this is the situation in One North, in Novena. I'm not sorry, not Novena, in One North in Mont Vista. Guys, something that is very critical here, right? Because of this, then later I'm going to show you something because of the impact of all this, because of the result of all this undersupply situation, what is going to happen in this area, right? So this will bring me to the next point called rentability. Because you guys, if you are buying for investment, I'm sure rental is something that you want to look into, right? You want to buy something with a better rental, with a very high continuity of tenants who come in. You don't want to be vacant for half a year, for 1 year without can't get a tenant, right? The kind of things. Yeah, so rentability definitely is something that we have to study if you are coming into private property purchase or private property investment, right? So this is an existing tenant pool that you can draw from if you are buying a unit in Greater One North, right? Because we are surrounded by metropolis, Myopolis, Mediapolis, Fusion Polis, Science Park 1, Science Park 2, NUH, NUS, and the international school, right? So we are surrounded by all this. Normanton Park is here, and mind you, this area only have 4 resale condo, right? And some of them are very, very old already, right? So this is the pool of buyers that you are able to get. I mean, the tenant that you can draw from here. Or this is also an education hub, and you can see a lot of big brands are in these particular areas, like Grab, like Shell, P&G, Seagate, even. Right, so they are all here. Dyson, yes. Right, so these are the big brand, and they are MNC companies, including all the international school here. Right, so this is really very unique as compared right, to any other location in Singapore. right? I mean, if you talk about NUS, we have about 54,000 over students and staff, right? So can they form the tenant of your units? Think about it, right? NUH, 8,000 over staff. You just need one of them to rent your place, correct? No? So why Los Angeles? Remember, we only have 4 old condo in this particular areas, right? Science Park 1 and 2, so much of commercial space. So can you imagine how many tenants will be working in this particular area, right? Or even in One North, 50,000 knowledge workers, and it's growing, right? You just need one of them. And remember, we have undersupply of condominium in the greater One North area, right? That's the beauty part of this if you are looking into investment, right? On One North opportunity, I still have like 8 over million square feet of business space. Yeah, something huge, and it will really create of job opportunities. So many workers will be able to come inside here, this area, right? So something that you cannot deny. Buying into this area, you will not have difficulty to look out for tenant in the future, right? And we are only 5 minutes drive to the education hub in Dover area. So these are all the school, right? Look at the students. Dover Court International School, we have 1,750 students, followed by the UWC, United World College, almost 3,000 students. Yeah, Tanning Chua School, we have about almost 2,700 students, right? So are they able to form a tenant for your particular investment units now? Think about it. They are all international school, right? And we are so close to all the major shopping malls as well, especially the biggest shopping center in Singapore, Vivo City, is just a 9 minutes drive, right? This is really a place to work, to live, to play, right? Something unique. So if you are buying for investment, you have the huge pool of tenant waiting for you, ladies and gentlemen. Correct or not? Yes. So because of the undersupply, you look at the tenant, how much they are willing to pay for a 1 bedroom here, right? Constantly more than $3,000 is not an issue for most of the units. 1 bedroom at One North Gateway, right? Some of the unit even up to $3,500, right? And the other project in One North here called Rochester Residences, right? You can see more than 3,000. A 1 bedroom is more than 3,000, right? And this is outside CBD center, CBD area, right? So which is very strange or very rare for a particular 1 bedroom perform more than $3,000, and you are not paying the 1 bedroom for the CBD price, right? So can you imagine how much will be the return rental yield if you are buying for investment, for example, right? So we have huge amount of opportunity really in this particular area because of the supply and demand, and because of the huge business center, business park here, and they are all high-tech industry, right? All the electronic stuff, all the big brand are in this area, right? So we will only continue to see the tenant pool increase over times in this particular area, and we have an undersupply of condominium in this particular area that will help in your investment as well, right? So after talking about rentability, I'm going to cover a little bit on the transformation, because property, whether it can go up in terms of pricing, transformation is very important, right? Transformation will help you to double up your price increment instead of just waiting for the market economy to perform well before the price go up. You can ride on the transformation wave, right? That will be much faster, right? So over here, you can see on the master plan of Greater One North, Normanton Park is somewhere around here, right? And over here, you can see there are still a lot of untapped commercial land parcel, right? All this will be meant for future expansion, future usage, right? So when they government slowly open up, develop all this parcel of lands, your tenant pool will be getting bigger and bigger and bigger in this particular location, right? Meaning the housing demand in this particular area is going to get higher over times because of all this master planning, as you can see from here, right? The other thing you can write on is the Greater Southern Waterfront. We are not very far away from them, right? So this is a huge transformation moving forwards, and I think it's going to take like 5 to 30 years to see something upcoming here, right? And all these are waterfront living, a true waterfront living, right? And based on the recent waterfront project, for example, Chorus or those projects that we are marketing now, easily the pricing definitely is going to hit more than 2005 in this kind of location, right? If there's a new plot of land coming out next time, right? So if you are here, which is only uh, Cambridge Park, then after you hit the West Coast, Pasir Panjang area, Telok Blangah area, after that, all this area next time is going to sell more than 2005. Does it help in your particular condo here, whereby you are having the biggest plot of land in these vicinities, right? You are having the most beautiful landscaping in this area, right? You are having a condo that have a natural park seamlessly connected and flow into your landscaping, right? You are having an unblocked 360-degree kind of view, a very privacy block to block of more than 100 meters or more than 200 meters. With this kind of layout, with this kind of location, this kind of features, this kind of design elements that put inside Normanton Park, I think this project really it has something unique as compared to any other project in Singapore, right? It's something that you really can look out for, right? But I mean, this is my own opinion. Of course, if you have any other secondary opinions or what, you can always let me know. I would love to listen from you as well, right? So transformation, something that you can look out for, right? The last thing that, which is one of the very important points that normally you have to analyze is I call the entry price, right? Entry price, right? Existing RCR land site. This is actually the land cost right now in RCR. You can see, right, the topic of Tanah Merah site that I have already shown you, right, is going to next time sell 1007 to 1008, and right now the RCR pricing are like 1000 something. The land cost of being the Jakim street, which is quite close to the Orchard area, are like almost double, right? And this is like MacPherson or Antares that we are selling now, Avenue South that we are selling now, they are all 1,100 over dollars. Normanton Park being what, 900 over dollars, which I think is still very attractive to enter, right? So in the future, RCR will see more and more unit have to transact around this kind of pricing, 1,007 to 1,008. I mean OCR, right? Because since the Tanah Merah already set a precedence, right? And if developer are hungry for land, you will see OCR, maybe those near MRT site will start to have this kind of transaction coming up very soon. Yeah. And today, if you are able to buy into RCR, which is cheaper than the future OCR price, I think that makes sense, right? That is one of the attractive, I will say, the right entry price for you to consider. Yeah, but we are going to see more. We are not only looking at this. How about other kind of comparison to decide whether Normanton Park entry price is correct? Yeah, so this is the price of those unblocked view in the RCR. I pulled out the one per bank, right, which is in Outram. You can see those high floor units are transacted at over 2,008 per square foot, over 2,008 per square foot, or unblocked view, right? And if you want an unblocked sea view in Avenue South, today you have to pay 2,600 over dollars, right? All these are being done due. People are willing to pay, right? So view, RCR, good view, sea view, right? Come with a premium and 99 years project. People are willing to pay $2,600, right? Can reach Hill, those people who wanted a greenery view, right? They are willing to pay 1,900 over dollar per square foot today, right? So you see, RCR 2006, 2004, 1009. Those unit with views. This is a norm now, right? Remember these figures. And Park Clementi is also in District 5, right? The recent done deal are around 1,005, 1,006 over, or some even at 1,007, right? Park Clementi, right? And the recent Clavon 1,640 is average price. Or they are further away from city center, right? This is the most recent one, 1,640 per square foot, right? That is the average PSF during the Cravon launch. Yet many people are rushing in to buy, and a lot of them are not able to pick up their units here, right? So with this, Tanah Merah price next 1 year later is going to sell 1,700, more than $1,700 per square foot, right? So can you? I mean, from here, definitely you have an idea, right? What kind of price are you able to enter to Normanton today, right? From all this analysis, that's why I say analysis is very important, but you must know how to analyze. You must know what to analyze, right? So for now, I'm comparing a OCR. In the future, it's going to sell 1,700 something, and today if I buy 1,700 something at RCR, which is at a good part of RCR. Like what I say, RCR is cutting through a lot of districts, many boundaries, and not every district are performing the same, right? And not every district are having that kind of conveniences. Yeah. So today, if Normanton Park is selling with this kind of price, right, 1,700 something, or if is Normanton Park entry price attractive or not? All developers say they are going to enter start from 1,600 something per square foot. No, my goodness. If you are able to pick up a 1,600 something dollar per square foot in Normanton Park, it's like a Park Clementi price. But where are you located? You are located at Greater One North, meaning the location itself already an advantage. Second, your tenant rentability is already an advantage. You are closest to city center. You are very near to the greater southern waterfront, right? Close to the biggest shopping mall in Singapore, right? So all this already an advantage for you, even though you're paying the same price as Park Clementi, or for example, for this instance with Clavon as well, right? 1,600 something per square foot, right? But you are buying into a mega project having more than 100 kind of lifestyle facilities, especially the swimming pools. I'm sure you will be very, very impressed because the architect actually get the idea from the Amazon River, right? And that is something he really used that as to inspire and come out the water features in Normanton Park, right? So guys, if you have not seen this project, you can always reach out to me, right? I can help you to schedule a time slot to enter into the show flat for you to experience. At the same time, I can maybe share with you some of my experiences of facing mega projects. What are the things that you have to really look out for, being the good things, but of course we still have the negative things that we have to look out for, right? Okay, so this is Normanton Park. You can see we are very close to the Southern Sea, right? The huge plot of land having very beautiful water features, and you have the tennis courts, and it comes with some 32 units of terrace houses as well, which is very, very nice. The price will start from about 3.46 something, right? And of course, all these are the tower block. How many? 9 of them, right? 9 towers standing far away from each other, so you have full of privacy, especially your surrounding got no high rise building. You are facing the natural park, Kent Ridge Park, right? and after that it's actually facing the sea. So those people who are on the very high floor, you will be able to see the sea, the southern sea. And if you are on a slightly lower floor facing the park or what, that's something that you can really enjoy, the kind of quietness and so on. And this is AYE. This project, the second floor will be having about 20-meter kind of elevation from the ground level, right? So that really will push your unit far away from AYE. I think over here the nearest distance will be about 100 meter at least, or maybe 200 meter if I think, yeah, right. But no worry, when you come down to the show flat, if I have a chance to get to see you, right, I'll do a very detailed explanation on the whole project, right? So today I'm only sharing on using this particular Normanton Park to understand the 5-point checks for property investment, right? So this is Normanton Park, and at night when you are driving along AYE, there's a crown, the beacon at the top of every particular towers. Your lights up, so from far you will definitely see this project, and you will form iconic features in the southern part of Singapore, right? So people will never miss this development when it is TOP, because of the high rise, because of the crown on the rooftop, and it will lights up at night, right? Very beautiful. I start to fall in love in this project also. Okay, so just to do a quick summary, located in Prime District 5, Normanton Park, and inside rest of core central region, RCR, and the land size of more than 680,000 of square feet. This is impressive. There's a reason why they are able to do so beautiful landscaping. And this is one of the projects whereby the building only occupied 20% of the whole 680,000. Right, the rest of the 80% will go to all the landscaping plus the facilities. Yeah, so something that you really can enjoy on this plot of land, designed after Amazon rainforest. Yeah, so this is something the pool that the army architect get the idea to create the kind of water features in this particular project. And if you don't want to wait for too long, good news. Well, this development can achieve TOP in the mid of 2023. Right now, I think we are on the 4th or 5th story of a construction already, right? And all units will come with 100% BCA quality mark. And this is also another unique features whereby it really inject confidence to all the consumers. BCA will check on 100% of every unit, right, before they issue a TOP certificate to the developer, right? Meaning you can be rest assured when you receive the property, this property will be verified by BCA, and you will have the quality mark, right? So some project, not every project will get this, but this particular Normanton Park, every unit will have to get a BCA quality mark, right? So that's a good sign for consumers, right? Total 1,862 units, and we have 8 commercial units. So 1862 will include the 30 over units of strata landed property also, right? And developer will provide a free shuttle bus service for 2 years, right? So this is Normanton Park. So another thing that you might be very interested at is actually $225 maintenance fee. That is something very, very cheap, and I think it's cheaper than as compared to you are staying in HDB flat, right? Because it gives you car parks lots in condos, right? And terrace house only pay $360. This is really very, very attractive. Terrace houses, strata landed property in Normanton Park only need to pay $360, and you are able to enjoy this kind of facilities. Oh my goodness. So guys, I'm a strata landed expert as well. So if you really want to buy strata landed, do let me know. I can share with you what are the things that you have to look out for. Or if not, you can hit to my channel, right? My YouTube channel, Jeep Ng. You will be able to see my video inside what makes a good strata landed property, right? So $360, right? And this is sold from an en bloc site. That's why you get such a huge plot of land. And advantage of having a big site, a lot of advantages, right? I really share with you. And enjoying the facility is one of the best part of having a big site. But having a big development, there are some setbacks you have to really take note with. So you see the pool, it's really huge water features this side also, right? And we have some of the hard courts and more than 110 lifestyle facilities you really can enjoy. Plenty, a lot of them, right? But the view, right? View is also one of the unique selling points for Normanton Park, right? You can see really you don't see a lot of high-rise building around this particular development. Yes, you see, right? East view, you are looking at the city, CBD, and part of the sea view, right? This is the southwest, the Kent Park, and the far sea view here, right? Development, our development is over here, all right? Oh, this is Science Park, yeah, and North Greenery City View. All right, you can see there's no building come close to you, meaning you will enjoy 100% privacy, 360-degree unblocked. Which block, which unit you buy, you will have privacy, right? Or south view, this is one of the best view in this particular development. You are facing the Kent Hill. At the same time, you are overlooking the whole stretch of Southern Sea here, right? So these are the block 57, 55, and 53, right? And some of the things that you really have to be careful because of the big plot of land. Avoid to fall into this trap. This is one of the development that I have pulled out in Serangoon View. Right, you can see the unit 0307 and 0707. Right, 0307 actually pay 1.366, but being a 7th floor, the same stack pay 1.063 million. So there's a difference of 283,000 between a 3rd floor and a 7th floor, being 7th floor cheaper than the 3rd floor by 283,000. Right, so this is one big development in Serangoon. Right, the other one that I pulled out, which is the in Clementi, also quite a big development. Right, level 2, 0201, bought at 1.936. But another buyer actually bought a 25th story unit at 1.708. Right, meaning 2nd floor actually pay much higher as compared to 25th story by another 228,000. So today, if this 25th floor owner, do you think he want to sell at 1.9? I'm sure he don't want, because the 2nd floor people already pay 1.9. Maybe 2 million also he don't sell, He might want to sell more than 2 million because the 2nd floor people already pay for 1.9 something. So can you see the advantage of these people, this buyer, right, by paying this much for this particular height? He got a lot of flexibility, and definitely he's sitting on the paper gain right now. So the importance of getting the right unit is there. It's very critical because that will determine how fast or how much you are able to make from a property investment, right? So the other one, maybe I put up from Seaside Residences, which is in District 15, right? And this 1007, for example, 1007, he's paying actually much higher than the rest of the higher floor units. Or a lot of them are much higher than him, but pay cheaper price than him. Right, so this is the thing that I really hope that you guys have to take note, avoid to fall into this kind of traps so that you will not be stuck with your investment. Eventually, definitely, I'm quite confident. If you buy into a good project, everybody will start to see profits. But the question is, how fast are we able to make from our investment? I think that is important, right? By understanding all this, definitely you help to speed up your capital appreciations, and you are able to exit faster than the rest of the people in the same development. So avoid to fall into this trap. Yeah. So like what I say, which room type you buy, which stack you buy, which unit you buy, really will affect your profit margin. It will affect your profit margin, guys. Or even though you are in the same development, I already proved to you, right? Avoid to fall into the trap. So in case if you are going into any development and you need a second opinion, right? My name is Jip Ng. My number is 9477 2000, 9477 2000, and I will be able to help you to give you my second opinion on which particular room type, stack, or units you're supposed to buy, because we have some data, some guideline to follow, right, based on the study on this particular projects, right? So guys, I hope you have enjoyed my sharing so far, and I really hope this short sharing really give you some insights of how to analyze a development using these 5 points. So these 5 points, if you are able to master, if you know how to analyze, it will definitely increase your chances of getting a right property, and you will speed up your uh, capital appreciation for your investment. I'm very certain, I'm very confident, right? So my name is Jip Ng, and if you need ready to come for Normanton Park, right? Our preview is going to start from 2nd of January, right? Estimate launch will be 16 January, right? And definitely because of the COVID situation, you are not able to just walk into the show flat. Yeah. You can let me know, right? I can be reached by 9477 2000. Let me help you to book the appointment to enter into the show flat. At the same time, I'm able to offer you my opinion. I think that's important, right? You need a second opinion as to which unit you're supposed to pick up, right? Which block, which stack, how to analyze. Yeah, so this job you can leave it to me. I'm able to advise you on this, right? So do get in touch with me. Remember, the preview is going to start very, very soon, right? So with that, yeah, my number is here, 9477 2000. I really hope you guys has enjoyed the saving. I mean, enjoyed the sharing, and I will look forward to see you. All right, who knows? Maybe in Normanton Park. If you really want a second opinion, I'll be there for you. All right. So with that, I wish all of you all the best, and yeah, happy buying, happy investing, and happy making money. Right. See you again.